Hello, welcome to this pre-engineered building tutorial by Untitled Structure. Today, I will show you how to use Fit Part End tool. Go to Edit tab, then select Fit Part End tool. The Untitled Structure requires you pick the part to be fitted. We select the top flange. In order to pick the first point of the cutting line, we are going to hold down the Control key and pick the left end point of the top flange as the origin to show the from location coordinate. Then use the cursor to snap, do not pick, along the right side of top flange. Type 4600 for the numeric location. The Enter a Number Location dialog box will open automatically. In order to pick the second point, right-click on the screen to show the pop-up menu, and select Perpendicular option, then pick the second point on the construction line. Now, as you could see, we have already cut the right end of top flange. Next, we are going to create a new top flange, which have a new properties as same as the old one. Double-click on the top flange. When the Beam Properties dialog box appear, select Apply button to save the setup properties. Then hit OK. Now go to the Steel tab and select Beam. This is a demo. Then pick the first position. And then pick the second one. Now we are going to use the Create Weld Between Parts tool to weld the web and the new top flange. Navigate to Steel tab and select Create Weld Between Parts tool. And then pick the web for the part to weld to. Then pick the new top flange for part to weld to. Next we are going to create the third rafter beam. Let's type S94 into Application and Components dialog box. Double-click on PEB tapered section, S94. When the component dialog box open, we go to the Picture tab first. Input 500 for the web height of the end point of the beam. And then type 300 for the web height of the start point of the beam. This one is rotation option. We select the column rotated option. Now let's switch on the Part tab, where we can define the part properties. Input 4 mm for the web thickness. And then type 8 for the outer flange thickness. And then input 165 for both width of the outer and inner flange plate. This one is PO no option, where you can define prefix and start number for the part position number. The second row of fields where you can enter the assembly position number. And next is material option. Let's put material grade for web, both inner and outer flanges. And this one is the name option. We type web for web, flange for both outer and inner flanges. Finally, we give this setup a name and click Save As. Now pick the first point of the third rafter beam. To make it easier to select the first position, right-click on the screen to show the pop-up menu. Select the end option. Pick the first point. Then pick the second position. We are going to use the Create Weld Between Parts tool once again. To weld the web of rafter beam F1R3 to the web of beam F1R2. Pick the F1R3 web first, then pick the other. Next we are going to use the Fit Part End tool to cut the top flange and bottom flange of rafter beam F1 F3. with this Fit Part End tool. We are going to extend the top left flange to fit the right cut top flange. Double-click on bottom flange of the F1R2 beam. On Beam Properties dialog box, click Apply button to save these setup properties. Then create new beam to fit the cut bottom flange of F1R3. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.